So I'm sitting here with Tia, and you're kind of like one of the driving forces behind Experience Springfield Township Carnival and Community Expo.
Yes, I am.
From your perspective, I mean, the question I have here is, what's the primary vision and goal? So we'll start with that, but then I'm going to ask you, how did this start?
How did this start? Okay, well, long story short, there used to be a ton of school carnivals in the Springfield Township area and the village of Lakemore. Can't forget them.
Yep.
So that means, there was a carnival at Sawyerwood School, there was a carnival at Young Elementary School, and there was a carnival at, Lakemore School.
Sure.
However, when these schools closed because they condensed, into Schropp and Spring Hill, we didn't have a carnival anymore. So
Sure.
they just went away. So we ended up going to a levy committee meeting, a friend of mine and I, and, we were just talking about ways to get the community together and stuff like that. And, lo and behold, I had the idea for the carnival, and here we are.
So what's you said you had the idea for the carnival. Mm-hmm. What's the primary vision and I guess I would say goal in doing this? Besides, okay, hey, we used to do this, we should do it again, but there should be a goal behind like doing it again.
Yeah, no worries. I completely understand. So basically, Experience Springfield Township, our main mission, obviously, is connecting community and economic development. So through that, we ended up creating the carnival with the twist of the community expo. So not only are, families able to come and have fun and play games and do the cakewalk and that sort of thing, but they're also able to connect with local business owners or business owners that serve the area.
Nice.
So it's got a nice little spin on it.
Yeah, for sure. So it really is. This is truly about connecting Springfield.
And the village of Lakemore. I don't want any angry messages.
Yeah, so it's connected, and that's part of the township, correct?
Technically, Springfield High School is in the village of Lakemore.
Gotcha.
But they're all connected.
Yeah, it's truly connecting the community.
Yes, correct.
Both the people in the community, the businesses in the community, and it's making it so people can have some fun around that. The same sense too, because people seem to connect better with fun.
Yeah. Fun is always good.
Yeah. Fun is always good. Experience Springfield. How did that, I know you gave a little bit of the, there's got to be a story as to how that started.
There definitely is a story. Okay, well, it starts way back with my great-great-grandfather.
Sure.
Seriously, though. They were immigrants. They came over from Germany. They ended up buying some property on the Sawyerwood side of the lake, and they started the Wieland's Resort. So I am the great-great-granddaughter of Carl Wieland. I know, it's funny, right?
There's history here. It's deep.
It is deep history. And my family's still in the area. My grandfather was a Springfield Township trustee, helped found the police department over there, so my roots are really deep in Springfield Township. So, I started getting involved with the area, and I noticed there seemed to be a need, for connecting the community to things that were going on. So I saw this opportunity to create Experience Springfield Township. And now, we have a quarterly magazine that goes out. We have a website with a business directory and a community calendar where it also syncs the school's calendar, the township's calendar, the library's calendar, all in one place. So people can just go to one spot and see everything that's going on. And obviously, if we get, submissions for things that are going on in the area, we'll put it up there. And the senior center. Their calendar's on there too. Yeah. And it's just nice because I know, it's hard to find out, different events and stuff like that. So having it in one place seems to make it a seamless experience for people. But in that, we have a goal of economic development in the area. Obviously, you're in Barberton, right? Or we're in Barberton right now. And, just coming down to the main street and seeing how busy it is on a Saturday. That's great to see. I couldn't even get parking. I had to go park in the library's parking and walk over, which hopefully is allowed. Sorry.
Yes. Yeah, you're good.
But yeah, I would love to see that come to Springfield Township. Obviously, we have the Lakemore Plaza. There's the Gala Commons. And there's some different, areas that we could really utilize to bring in new businesses and, just make it an area that is fun to go to, not just for the people that live there, but also for visitors. So.
Sure. It's funny because it is that, to me, it's that sense of community that I don't want to say has been lost, but since a lot of people are looking at screens more,
Yes.
they feel connected with the outside world, but they're so much less connected with the world directly around them.
Correct.
And this effort, and I mean, I see so many communities doing it. I'm so glad that there's Experience Springfield Township to bring people together, both within the community and from the surrounding communities. It's in my business, we always say success is a shared thing.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
if
for sure.
if the community starts being successful, everyone in the community will be successful. And when you start to see that, whether it's personally, whether it's business, there's just so much room for that type of growth. And there's so many great items in Springfield Township that can do that. I absolutely love that. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah. I was just going to add on to that. Yeah, I'm a realtor, licensed realtor.
Sure.
So I see how, economic development of areas and connection of areas actually builds people's property values too, so
100%.
which is a great thing that I hope to help do in
Sure.
that area as well. So.
What are the big things? Obviously, there's the Business Expo, and we've
Yes.
talked with a number of business owners and others in this that have sponsored the event, which is awesome.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, we've had a number of them through the studios already. They've all been amazing. I've thoroughly enjoyed the conversation. But what makes this, besides just the business piece, what makes this a must-attend event for anyone just around the Springfield Township area?
Well, I mean, we're having so many great things at this event. One of the hottest things in Springfield Township, or at least it used to be with carnivals, was the cakewalk. And have you ever done a cakewalk?
No.
You've never done a cakewalk?
No.
Okay. Well,
You need to describe this to me.
I definitely will. So basically, it's kind of like musical chairs in the sense where, everybody will line up and then they'll walk around the chairs.
Sure.
You'll play music and then the music will stop. And so you sit down real quick in the chair and then the host, which is actually going to be Realtor Jamar Johnson, shout out to you, will pick a number. And if that number matches up with the chair that you're at, you win the cake. And the fun thing about it is you should see the cakes that come into these cakewalks. They're like super creative. There's Barbie cakes and worms and dirt cakes and pretty much, I'm sure you've seen Ace of Cakes.
Yeah.
It's like that at like a community level.
That's amazing.
Which, to add on, we just decided we're going to do a cakewalk cake-off. So basically, does it sound fun?
First off, as soon as you said cake, I was 100%
You were ready to go.
Yes.
Yeah. So basically, we're inviting local bakeries, local bakers in Springfield Township, the village of Lakemore and surrounding areas to bring their most creative cake into this event. And we'll have a judges panel that picks the most creative, and they will win a prize. They'll get a write-up on the Experience Springfield Township blog, and they'll be crowned Cake-Off Champion of 2025.
Oh, that is amazing. So, who eats the cakes?
The winners. The winners get to pick what cake. Yeah.
So, I need to, is there a way that I can bribe people about getting my number picked, or is that possible?
We could try to get you, someone to stand in for, because I know you have a job that day to go and record the soccer match.
Right.
So unfortunately you won't be there, but we'll try to get a stand in for you.
Right. Yeah. Because cake is kind of my thing. I definitely like the cake part. Yes.
Oh, good.
So, I mean, you mentioned you're a Remax realtor.
Yes.
You've also got Plumbell Marketing.
Yes.
You obviously see the value that this is going to bring for community businesses and entrepreneurs. Mm-hmm. What would you say that value is, though, is if you're going to state that to someone?
The value for them, they're going to get, brand awareness, which is great, brand exposure. They're going to be able to talk to people on a one-on-one basis.
Love it.
We're already up to 2,300 people interested just on the Facebook event.
Wow.
It's going to be, it's going to be packed, but I think it's going to be great. It's going to allow them to have a platform in which they can, make connections and then hopefully turn those connections into leads, which, turn into sales.
Sure.
So, and long-lasting relationships, obviously. We have a lot of good businesses, a lot of good business owners coming in that really care about the community and care about the people they serve. So.
That's awesome. Yeah, it truly is. This is the connection event. That to me, and it's the community. It even has Community Expo in the title.
Yes.
The sense of community there. The carnival's going to be fun. I mean, there's no two ways about that. What kind of positive impact are you hoping that this has that's going to be after 6 p.m. on April 26th?
After 6 p.m. on April 26th.
What's the lasting impact that you're hoping that we see from this?
Well, I'll relate it to a memory that I have. So I went to Young School, Young Elementary, and I remember going to that carnival was one of the highlights for me and my family every single year. Unfortunately, my Aunt Billy, I love her to pieces. She's passed on. But our favorite thing was going to the cakewalk. The cakewalk's actually dedicated to her memory. Yeah.
Awesome.
So I'm going to start tearing up. But seriously, though, so I just want to, create an environment where families can come and make long lasting memories and, just have a good time. Throughout our daily lives, there's a ton of different stressors. And I think everyone deserves a little break once in a while to just come and enjoy themselves. And I want to give them that with this carnival. So.
I love that. And if we can add to the fact that they are going to be doing that with their neighbors, and getting those people around them, to me, that is just all that much better.
Yeah.
Is there anything specifically where you're like, oh, I'm going to be here for this? I know you're kind of putting this on. So you're going to be.
I don't know where I'm
busy.
going to be, Josh. Yeah.
Right. But is there one thing that's a standout where you're like, you're like, this is for me. This is the thing that I'm doing.
Well, I'll be hopping around to each, area of the carnival. But one place that I will be on stage at 5 p.m. We're having Major Scales, who's a circus performer,
sure.
Come in and put on a show for, all the kids in the area and families. Awesome. I'm sure parents are going to enjoy it too. So I will be on stage introducing that because we are, my real estate business is the sponsor for that.
Awesome.
So I will be there if anyone wants to, come and say hi. I think we have 610 seats for that. First come, first serve. Please get there early because once we're at capacity, that is in the auditorium at the high school. And I must say, this is an indoor carnival, so it's rain or shine. You don't have to worry about it. It's snowing like we've been dealing with lately. You will stay warm. We will have food trucks outside. The possibility of the fire chief bringing, a fire truck down, that's a possibility. They're actually having their open house the same day too. It's from 11 to 2 p.m. If people are interested in doing something prior, come go have a hot dog. I know Uncle Tito's is supplying those. Go have a hot dog, see the firehouse, meet the firefighters, and then come up to the carnival.
That sounds like a fun day to me. I mean, that's just an all around fun community day to me. Is there anything that I missed that we need to cover where you're thinking, boy, we've covered. This is about community. This is about bringing people together. This is about bringing businesses together. And this is about making memories.
Yeah.
Does that cover it pretty well?
That pretty much sums it up, Josh. I don't think I can add anything to that.
I think we're in good shape with this.
I thought of one thing.
What did you think of?
Oh, geez. Okay. Melanie's Gifts. We're doing a fundraiser, like a basket auction for them.
Oh.
Yes. I can't believe I forgot that. So Melanie's Gifts is a local nonprofit that was actually founded by Springfield Township trustee and Kim Tam Park owner, Jeremy Cadill. And he is, he's going to be there. They actually might put on a pie in the face where you get to bid on if you get to pie him or different, community celebrities and that sort of thing. But it really is a great cause. They give back to the community. Definitely stop by the basket auction during the carnival.
That is yet another reason.
Yes, another reason.
Yet another reason to stop by. And we said it is April 26th.
Yes.
3 p.m.
Correct.
To 6 p.m.
You got it.
Be there or be square.
Yes.
And you don't want to be square.
Especially when there's cake.
Correct. We will see you guys there.